The other one is tyranny. It's called a management team for a reason, and you're not a dictator. If you come to a management team and you tell them exactly what you want, how they should think, what they should do, then what's the point of having a management team? If they are not going to make inputs, if you are not going to hear their opinions, if they cannot make contributions, what's the point? You're a tyrant. Then you are not really ready for a team. You're still having issues withdrawing from the one man or one woman mentality. If you want a team, you have to be a team player. You can't be a tyrant. It will not work. You will then get to a point where your people get scared of speaking up because either you criticize them or something. You're a tyrant. So people, you end up building sycophants. Anything you say goes, particularly if they want to keep their jobs. Anything you say goes. They always clap for you. Sir, you're very intelligent. You're very smart. They don't contribute ideas, nothing. You just create an echo chamber for yourself. That's essentially what you do. The other mistake is inadequate onboarding. Inadequate onboarding ties into ambiguity, which is that you've brought people into the management team, but it's not clear what exactly we're trying to achieve and what you want me to do. The ideal case will be such that, mic check, mic is good. The ideal sense will be such that you introduce people to the vision, what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes the history is necessary. Let them know how you started the company, what you've done so far, what you've achieved so far. Then sell them the vision. This is where I think we can be in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. These are the issues we're having with sales. These are the issues we're having with operations, and that's why I brought you on board. These are the issues I'm having with finance, and that's why I brought you on board. This is how I will know, this is how you can make impact in this role. If you can solve this, do this, do this, do this, I will consider that a success, because these are the weaknesses we're having. So that context is necessary, and that's what onboarding means. Onboarding means you give the person the lay of the land so that you understand exactly what they're walking into. They understand why you need them. They understand what value means to you and what will contribute to their success. People don't want to be in roles where they are not valued or where they feel they are not making an impact, right? So that's why it's important for you to properly onboard them so that they know how they can be of value to you and the business. And then the next one is silos. Now, this is very interesting. Silos. One thing that happens on a team, remember what I said about a team. A team is supposed to give you the benefit of synergy, where 1 + 1 is equal to 3 or 4 or 5 or 100. But something happens in poorly managed teams. People start to work by themselves. They create silos. So how this will play out is your salesperson is running an independent republic of sales. They don't talk to finance. They don't talk to operations. Your operations guy is very territorial. He doesn't listen to sales, doesn't listen to finance, because he's the Lord and Grand Chancellor of operations. He builds a silo. He doesn't share information with other sides. He doesn't share data. He doesn't seek their buying or opinions. The person with finance, also very dodgy and territorial with the numbers, doesn't collaborate, doesn't share anything. That is a clear example of a dysfunctional team. A team that is achieving the opposite of what it's meant to achieve, right? So that can happen when you as a CEO is not making the cross-pollination of ideas possible, cross-pollination of resources, perspectives, and all that. If this happens, I would very likely blame the CEO, because even from you did not select the right people. So it's very likely there are people who have a poor cultural fit. That's why they are running silos. So there's no collaboration, there's no shared vision.